Hello, my name is Phil Haney, veteran of the United States Army, and for almost 40 years I was an assistant district attorney and your district attorney in Iberia, St. Martin, and St. Mary. During the course of those 40 years, I had the pleasure of working with many people in the law enforcement community, public servants, and others that make an impact on your lives on a daily basis. It was during that time that I met Todd Louvier, a deputy and warden for the St. Martin Parish Jail. And over the course of the last few weeks, Todd has asked me to get a message out to the people of Iberia and St. Martin and St. Mary parishes about the importance of electing the proper judge, the most experienced judge for Division F. Todd realizes and knows, because of his law enforcement experience, how important it is to have a judge with true experience, especially in the criminal field. After all, most of what a judge does these days is in the criminal arena. And Todd knows that without a judge with those experience, justice cannot be served for the people of this district. And it's for that reason he asked me to express his views and thoughts about Tony Saleme, who's running for judge. Todd unfortunately couldn't be here today because of a medical condition that makes it difficult for him to speak. But he and I talked, and he wants to make sure that the people of this district truly understand and appreciate the seriousness of electing our next judge. And he wants to make sure that you understand that experience with law enforcement and working with the community on a daily basis is what Tony Saleme can bring to this job. Todd worked tirelessly for the people of St. Martin Parish as a deputy and as the warden of St. Martin Parish. And just to share a little bit about his role as a public servant, Todd was a warden for the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Department back on December the 14th of 1999, when the most unspeakable thing happened, where the Cuban inmates in the parish jail took a knife and a pipe and took control of the St. Martin Parish Jail. Unfortunately, Todd and many of his deputies were caught in the middle of that and were held hostage over the next several days. It was during that time period that you realized that Todd's calm and coolness and his experience taught him well and allowed the elected officials and the law enforcement community, the prosecuting attorneys, to work over the next 6 days tirelessly to make sure that Todd and the rest of the deputies were released unharmed. During that 6 days and 6 nights, as Todd tells me, one of the people out there that he found out after this event occurred was Anthony Saleme, a young assistant DA who was in St. Martin Parish at the time, who was working with all those 600 law enforcement agencies and with the other prosecutors to make sure we brought this terrible ordeal to a peaceful resolution. And for that, Todd thanks Tony and all the other prosecutors and law enforcement people who were there for him that day. And that again is why Todd says it's vital and important for the people of this district to know Tony Saleme is the right man for this job, because not only is he experienced with 23 years of experience, but he was there for the people of St. Martin Parish over those 6 days and nights and was there for the deputies and law enforcement during that time period. Tony is the type of person, as Todd would tell you, that will go out of his way to make sure that his deputies, the people working in the jail, were trained to do their job in a professional way. Things such as getting bonds set. Tony was there to assist the warden and the deputies, making sure the court appearances of the deputies were handled properly with the judges. Training and educating the warden's personnel and the deputies to make sure that they were trained in the most up-to-date legal issues was something that Todd saw Tony go above and beyond the call of duty to do. So Todd knows the system can't work without somebody that's experienced, especially in the area of prosecutions and in the criminal law, because as he knows, that's the majority of what a judge does these days. He would like the people of these 3 parishes to know how vitally important it is to have someone like Tony's, who has 23 years of experience working with law enforcement to make sure that we keep our families safe. He would like to point out to you that he saw on many occasions Tony in court prosecuting criminals who had done things to the people of St. Martin Parish, and to make sure that the voices of those victims were heard in the courtroom, to make sure the judges understood how important it is to the people of St. Martin Parish as well as the other parishes. And Todd knows that unless you understand that importance, that you may think it's just another election and, well, we've got somebody from St. Martin Parish running, and somebody from Iberia Parish running, and they're good people, but it's not a good person we need. All three of them are good. We need somebody that's experienced, somebody that has worked with law enforcement, and somebody that can present the voices of victims, those terrible things that occur to our young girls and to our grandparents and to us in our homes, to make sure that the judges know how important it is to hear those voices. And Todd knows, as well as I do, that there's only one person that has those qualifications, and that's Tony Saleme. So I encourage you on November the 3rd of this year to go out and vote for one of the most important positions you'll vote for, Judge of the 16th Judicial District, and support and vote for Anthony Tony Saleme.